Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we are talking about Instagram because Instagram is the quote-unquote most invasive app in terms of violating your privacy. And Mark Zuckerberg once again proved that he is just the worst privacy violator on the planet, and Apple just confirmed that for us. So here's what's going on. This is coming from The Independent. Now, Apple's new privacy labels have forced tech companies to publicize exactly how they're tracking people, recently prompting a privacy-focused search engine, that's DuckDuckGo, to accuse Google of quote-unquote spying on users. Now, Instagram has topped the list of invasive apps that collect and share your data. Cloud storage firm pCloud made the discovery after analyzing the recently introduced app privacy labels that companies are now required to include within Apple's App Store. Now, the study found that Instagram collects 79% of your personal data and shares it with third parties, including search history, location, contacts, and financial information. pCloud wrote in a blog detailing their research, and I quote them directly: "Any information you agree to be gathered by an app when signing up can be analyzed for their benefit and even shared. Everything from your browsing history to your location, your banking details, your contact details, and your fitness levels can be valuable for apps to store, use, or sell on." With over 1 billion monthly active users, it's worrying that Instagram is a hub for sharing information, such a high amount of its unknowing users' data. Meaning they're getting everything from your location, your banking details, your fitness information as well, and selling it to whoever, literally whoever wants to buy this. The second worst offender, number 2 after Instagram, is the company that owns Instagram, which is Facebook. The social network gave away 57% of your user information to third parties, which includes things like companies that are associated with Facebook and others. They're not alone. Other companies are violating your privacy left and right. According to this research, food delivery apps Uber Eats and Deliveroo are also scoring badly, both featuring in the top 10 alongside other platforms such as LinkedIn, which you're probably watching me on or listening to me, Trainline, I'm not sure what that is, YouTube, which you might be watching me on, Duolingo, and eBay, who's been around since basically the dawn of the internet at this point. Now, by contrast, there are other food delivery apps like Just Eat, Grubhub, and actually My McDonald's, which I assume is just for McDonald's orders. Those are among the few apps that gave away no user data at all or extremely little. Other apps that protected your users' information basically included messaging app Signal, which basically gives away nothing. I'm a big fan of Signal. Telegram, which is a competitor to Signal as well, which is also really solid, as well as online streaming services such as the BBC or British Broadcasting Corporation's iPlayer, and Netflix as well. Netflix is not selling your data. They're making money by you just paying for the subscription, whether you watch them or not. Now, I'm willing to bet that Amazon Prime, Amazon being another massive data miner, isn't nearly as private as Netflix based on your history and all of that, so who knows. But this really underscores a problem that we have when we are talking about these things. We don't realize that as we are using social media, we are being data mined to the nth degree. And I don't care if it's Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, which apparently is the worst, or TikTok, which has been accused of and discovered to be data mining a bejesus amount of information. So I'm very curious to see if TikTok is scored in this report as well. I'll be looking into that. But this is a huge, huge problem. We simply don't know where our data goes. And here we are. Here's me telling you where this information is going. And if you're perfectly fine with that, if you're fine with being data mined and letting your life insurance, your health insurance, other organizations, your car insurance gain access to this information on you, to therefore possibly raise your rates or modulate how they work with you, depending on rate or longevity, then fine, you've been informed. But I think the rest of us are basically looking at this saying, I don't want to install these apps because I don't want to be data mined in this way. And that's a very serious issue that we face society-wide, worldwide. Anybody that's using Instagram is being data mined to the nth degree, especially if they're active. It's same with Facebook, and I've done videos on this. If you are going ahead and putting out there, on Facebook, for example, that you've gone through something horrible, whether it's cancer or, AIDS or another serious illness, that can be essentially consumed by your life insurance or health insurance company. The state of New York just basically proved that a couple of years ago by legislatively saying it's okay for life insurance companies to essentially data mine you. And if you are telling the life insurance companies one thing and they deem that you are lying or saying something else because your Facebook posts prove otherwise, here you are being canceled for your insurance or getting a higher rate or something else, or they simply won't cover you, saying, you know what, you said this, you actually proved this by virtue of your Facebook, so simply we're going to reject your claim. Thank you for your monthly payment. Screw them. And this is what we're talking about here. This is a very serious issue. So now you're informed. Now you've got basically a decision to make. Do you want to use Instagram or another Facebook platform or any other social media platform that will data mine you? And if you do, that's fine, but you can't say you haven't been told. And when it comes back to bite you, you can't say you haven't been told either if you've watched this video or listened to this podcast. That's what we're talking about here. You are officially informed. I personally am not using any of these except for, let's say, the very public things which you are watching here, but I don't post personal anything. I don't even post personal pictures of myself or anybody I'm related to. That's a very serious breach because I don't want them to end up in a facial recognition database, although odds are their friends of friends probably have gotten them there, and that's another topic altogether. But that is your Instagram/data privacy/data violating news of the week. Facebook and Instagram, both owned by Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg, take up the top 2 slots, and take that into consideration. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, where you will be data mined. And as always, you can follow me on YouTube as well, where you will be data mined. And as always, stay safe and stay online, and please try to stay private. Thanks, everyone.